Let's go. Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal PeaceLoveMusic with another episode of the Good Morning Stack Show, brought to you live by DeOrganized Media in partnership with our good friends over at BitcoinLive Decentralized Broadcasting. It is Wednesday, hump day, whoop, whoop. You know what day it is. We're getting over that hump. It's we're not worried about the price action because we're here for the ethos. We talked about that yesterday. If you're here for the ethos, share out the stream and help us grow. Help us reach more people with the good news of what's going on in Bitcoin, what's going on Stacks, and how we're going to foster the new paradigm of self-ownership that comes with decentralized, permissionless, trustless exchange and all of that. That's what we're here for. That's what we're pushing for. And that's why you tune in, because you know that we're here for the reasons we say we're here for. We produce for you, and we thank you so much for tuning in and all of the support we get from throughout our ecosystem. Shout out to Stacking DAO and BitFlow for being core supporters of the DeOrganized project, helping us bring this show to you guys every day. Also, shout out, we have Find2Earn rounds coming up at 9:30. Shout out to RuCoin, LeoCoin, Welsh Corgi Coin. It is Welsh Wednesday. BPepe and Wrap Nothing, the 5 awesome Stacks community coins that have graciously sponsored and helped us continue with these awesome Find2Earn games produced by Skullcoin. And we just so happy. Like, what's going on in our ecosystem is great. Stacks is growing. Stacks is producing. This short-term price action will not last. And when things break back to the upside, it's going to happen here. I'm pretty confident about that. That being said, this is a news and information show. We are providing news and information, some education, some entertainment, hopefully, but never financial advice. Always do your own research. Never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Always share out the stream. That being said, the numbers for the morning are what they are. You know, things are what they are. The Bitcoin price is coming in at 76,435. It's lower than the low last couple weeks ago. We did set a lower low, at least a swing lower low. So things are going to still be a little bit choppy. Things are going to be sideways. That's where it is right now. There is a lot of hand wringing in the macroeconomic situation. Everything's down. And so we just keep building. You build through the bear. That's where people make their success. When they keep building, even when times are hard. It's easy to push forward when everything's up and everyone's doing good. But the people that are here now are the people that you want to actually stick with when things get better. Stacks price coming in at 54.54 cents, still holding on to the number 64th place by market cap on CoinMarketCap. Fear and Greed Index is down to 15. It's extreme fear. Some people say that that's the best time to buy, when the market is fearful, when there's blood in the streets, so to say. So they say, although I could see some downside price action in the short term as well. So DCA is probably a good thing to understand. If you don't know what that means, you need to do more research before you throw some money into anything. Top 3 gainers for the last 24 hours are IP, Form, and Leo. Friends, when you stack STX, you earn BTC. That's it. You hold stacks, you stack the stacks, and part of the proof of transfer mechanism, you earn BTC. SBTC is programmable Bitcoin for DeFi. Stacks has fast, low fee transactions, proof of transfer security, Bitcoin finalization. All Stacks transactions are finalized and immutable on the Bitcoin blockchain, and native Bitcoin rewards. Tell your friends. In the Stacks DeFi world, Hermetica is offering 19% yield on USDH. That's right. You can get 19% yield on a dollar stablecoin that's backed by Bitcoin over at Hermetica.fi. They have over $5 million total value locked on the platform. We just talked about DCAing. You can DCA into Bitcoin, stacks, runes, and more effortlessly at bitflow.finance. Bitflow hosts the deepest USDH pools on stacks with over $800,000 in liquidity on the platform. Alex Exchange has surpassed $2.6 billion in volume, launched their damn Bitcoin's first concentrated liquidity DEX, unveiled Alex AI, token listing tools, USDT via Jolts, and wrapped Surge 3 with top SBTC yields. Perp DEX is now on stacks. You can trade perpetual, decentralized perpetual DEX trading is now on stacks at Velar. Velar has launched their long-awaited perp DEX. Now you can engage in perp DEX trading, stake your Velar, pair your favorite tokens with SBTC, earn yield, and trade tokens on Velar. Zest is offering 3.63% yield on SBTC this morning. That's right, you can earn 3.63% yield on Bitcoin over at Zest Protocol, with today's highest yield at 9.12% on STSTX. Over at Stacking DAO, you can earn 9.1% on STSTX, 9.18% yield in native BTC, or 8.84% with rewards in SBTC. The top 3 stacks token gainers on STX tools today is Mega, Capped, and STX AI. And STXtools.io is actually a great place to go do your own research if you're interested in investing in projects on stacks. We also have STX Watch coming soon, which is making use of the STX Tools API to give you even deeper capacity to do your own research. There's no reason not to do your own research. It's important that you know how to do that and that you are doing that. So make sure you are doing your own research and understand what you're getting yourself into. Stacks calendar for the day. Paris Blockchain Week all week. Building in on Bitcoin Paris is happening at I think it's 11 a.m. today. I'm not positive. I think the times have been corrected. It's 11 a.m. today. We have 7 p.m. the DeOrganized nightly show. And double checking on the DeOrganized calendar, there's also the Zest Community Hall at 11 a.m. Meme Lessons with GP also at 11 a.m. That 11:10 a.m. and that is happening, I believe, in the Zest Discord or the Stacking DAO Discord. He'll be able to confirm with that. GP will be with us shortly. And at 7 p.m. we have the DeOrganized nightly show. As always, we have our morning show every Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. we have Find2Earn, and at 10 a.m. we have WELSH Wednesday coming on. Super excited about that. And that is the calendar for the day. If you guys have an X Space, a live stream, or an event series you want to share with the community, you head over to deorganized.media, create a user account, and we'll add your event to the community calendar for free for everyone. You can get more visibility and let our audience know what's happening on your events, whether it's a one-time event or a recurring series. We've got you covered over at deorganized.media. More functionality to come. It's a great way to support us. We are a new project still, just developing, just building on our processes, and it costs you nothing to go over to the DeOrganized Media account page, set up an account, and then let us know if you do have a space, or even just follow some of the hosts that are promoting their spaces on our platform. That helps us tremendously. It's also a great way if you just go over to the schedule page to see what's happening in our ecosystem. On the news, global markets are rattled as Trump's 104% tariff on China takes effect. That's big. I wasn't expecting all that. Markets worldwide are reacting sharply to the U.S. administration's new 104% import tariff on Chinese goods. The move, led by President Trump, has sent shockwaves through Asian and European markets, triggering a broad sell-off across equities and commodities. Analysts warn that this aggressive stance could ignite a global trade war, with China expected to retaliate. I believe they already have. Investors are fleeing to safe havens like gold and Bitcoin as fears mount over supply chain disruptions and inflation spikes. The Bank of England issues economic shock warning. The Bank of England's Financial Policy Committee has raised a red flag over the potential global fallout from Trump's tariff blitz. The central bank highlighted risks of increased market volatility, reduced trade volumes, and a potential liquidity crunch. This adds a growing global concern about financial stability, as central banks may be forced to intervene if economic conditions deteriorate further. The Bank of England called for coordinated international response and increased financial vigilance. The cryptocurrency market has lost over $100 billion in value, with major tokens in the red. The Fear and Greed Index has plunged to extreme fear, echoing 15, as we just mentioned, echoing investor unease across all risk assets. Traders are rebalancing portfolios amidst macroeconomic uncertainty caused by the U.S.-China tariff standoff. Altcoins took the biggest hit, while Bitcoin dropped briefly before beginning a recovery phase. The mood remains highly cautious. Highly cautious. That's the mood. Act accordingly. Bitcoin rebounds as investors seek safe haven. Goldman Sachs has increased its probability of a U.S. recession in the next 12 months to 45%, up from 35% last quarter. The warning follows a dramatic week of market volatility triggered by President Trump's aggressive tariff policy. The bank cites tightening financial conditions, reduced consumer confidence, and rising economic uncertainty as reasons for the revision. Investors are watching closely as macro indicators begin to shift and central bank guidance becomes more hawkish. That means lowering rates. The whole everything's just determined based on what the rates do. We're waiting for the Fed to lower rates, and until things get bad enough, they won't. MEXC launches 99% APR BTC fixed saving promo. One more thing on rate cuts. Things aren't actually that bad. They're not going to respond with rate cuts to declining stock market prices. That's not how it works. Just be patient. MEXC is rolling out a bold new promo offering up to 99% APR for BTC fixed savings as part of its partnership with Babylon. That's sketchy to me, actually. The campaign is part of a larger push to retain users and offer attractive incentives during market turbulence. The unusually high returns have sparked excitement, but also raised questions about sustainability. How do you give 99% APR returns on Bitcoin? Where's that yield come from? There's something not quite adding up there. The unusually high returns have sparked excitement, but also raised questions about sustainability. Still, it demonstrates the creativity and competitive drive in the current crypto exchange landscape. It does, but that just seems very unsustainable. ETF flows approximately 4,120 BTC and 2,130 ETH were sold off yesterday. BTC ETFs experienced a $326.3 million net outflow. ETH ETFs saw $3.3 million in net outflows. The iShares Bitcoin Trust recorded an outflow of $252.9. That's BlackRock. $252.9 million, while other Bitcoin ETFs like Bitwise, BITB, and ARKB faced outflows of 21 and 19.9 million, respectively. Here's some good news. Bitfinex lists Stacks STX token and joins as a network signer. This is big news for Stacks, actually. Bitfinex is a leading digital asset trading platform, and they have announced the listing of STX, the native token of the Stacks blockchain. Deposits for STX are expected to open at approximately 2 p.m. UTC today, with trading slated to commence at 2 p.m. UTC tomorrow. Contingent upon liquidity requirements, STX will be tradable against US dollars and Tether tokens. In addition to the listing, Bitfinex is set to become a network signer for Stacks, contributing to the decentralization and security of the Stacks protocol. This is big news. Real big news. This is actually fantastic for Stacks. Legitimized on Bitfinex. One of the main exchanges for Bitcoin bros is Bitfinex. Stacks is being adopted. Bitfinex is coming online. They're not just listing, they're becoming a signer. Pay attention, folks. Your opportunities are here. You just got to find the right ones. Do your own research. In the first quarter of 2025, the Stacks blockchain experienced a remarkable 437% increase in its stablecoin market capitalization, positioning it third among all chains for stablecoin growth during this period. This surge reflects the growing adoption and integration of stablecoins within the Stacks ecosystem, highlighting its expanding role in the decentralized finance landscape. Bitcoin DeFi is on Stacks now. The liquidity is coming. It's here. It's just price action is making it hard to see. Don't sleep, and definitely don't fumble your bags now, fam. Zest Protocol introduces a 10 SBTC borrowing cap to assess market dynamics. Zest Protocol, a Bitcoin liquidity platform, has implemented a low borrowing cap of 10 SBTC as an initial measure to observe usage patterns and market dynamics. This strategic move aims to gather insights into borrower behavior and protocol performance, ensuring a balanced and sustainable lending environment. Zest Protocol continues to focus on enhancing Bitcoin's utility within DeFi by facilitating secure and efficient lending mechanisms. DeOrganized has launched SIP Innovation Show Fridays at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. As everyone knows, the SIP call has been happening on Spaces every Friday at 11 a.m. the last few months. It used to be, I think, at noon, and we moved it ahead. It's now actually going to be running at the tail end of the morning show, starting at 10:30 a.m. We will have on every Friday. We will have the Stacks improvement proposal and community innovation call. Anyone building on Stacks, anyone participating in a SIP, anyone interested in getting involved in the SIP conversation or innovation on Stacks in general, highly encouraged to tune in. We have open seats most weeks, so you're welcome to join us on the live stream, or you can contribute in the live chat. But that'll be happening every Friday. And we are super excited to be hosting that on DeOrganized. Love how we're getting supported by the ecosystem as well. And thank you to Hero Gamer and Hattie for all the work you guys have been pushing behind the scenes on that project. Find2Earn meta is here and it's changing the game. Pioneered by Skullcoin founder Xenitron, this innovative format offers a fresh and engaging way to interact with the community, onboard new users, and create real play-to-earn opportunities. Join us daily on DeOrganized for live Find2Earn rounds, powered by BoostX, where participation pays and fun meets function. I gotta change that. I don't like that. That was, I think, GPT, not GP. GPT came up with that one. And it was good till it's not. I read it too much. I think I need to change up some of that messaging. Have you tried BoostX? The BoostX app Chrome extension lets you send STX, BTC, and other Stacks tokens directly to anyone on X who has a BNS.BTC or .STX name. With a connected Stacks wallet, sending crypto is as easy as tagging a username. Notifications alert users with the extension when they receive a BoostX payment, making transactions seamless. Ready to boost your friends? Head over to boostx.cc to learn more. And there's more functionality coming on BoostX. Shout out to Crypto Dude and Crypto Smith and all the cool stuff that they're working on in their end of the world. Contributors to DeOrganized as well, and just great chads in the space. And BoostX is really cool. Going on over there. If you do need a BNS name, one, you can play Find2Earn. If you win, we will actually sponsor you .btc or .stx name. But you can also head over to bns.one. There you can claim a .btc, .stx, or other BNS digital ID. The platform has rolled out user interface upgrades, marketplace enhancements, and more, making it easier than ever to manage your Web3 identity. Discussions are still ongoing about adding rich data to the zone files for improved functionality. That was actually the focus of our SIP call live stream on last Friday. Huge shout out to everyone that participated. And regarding BNS1, huge shout out to Snazzy and Eric and what they've achieved with that. Some really great stuff going on over there. And if you are looking to get started building on Stacks, you can head over to stacks.co Over at the right-hand side, it says Get Started. And from there, you can access developer tools, beginner guides, and full app building resources. Whether you're new to the blockchain or an experienced builder, you'll find everything you need to including opportunities to get paid to build. Don't wait. Start building on Stacks today. And I do want to just give a shout out to a couple of our amazing sponsors that are doing excellent things in the Stacks ecosystem, providing real DeFi on Bitcoin. Stacking DAO is the leading liquid staking platform for the Stacks network. Stacking DAO is changing the game by letting users earn up to 10% APY on their STX while keeping their assets liquid. Unlike traditional staking, their unique design means no minimums and users start earning rewards immediately, so there are zero switching costs when moving from other stacking pools. Plus, you've got options. You can choose to get your rewards in STX or SBTC, whatever fits your strategy. I actually use both. If you want to start earning yields today, head over to stackingdao.com and jump in. Stacking DAO, where liquidity meets opportunity. And our other very generous sponsor, we have BitFlow. We actually have a Zeely campaign with BitFlow going on right now. If you head, that QR code will take you right there. But if you just go over to Zeely, find the BitFlow campaign, the DeOrganized group of the DeOrganized daily campaign, it will be listed there. And every day you can earn some Zeely points on the BitFlow Zeely campaign, and you just need to get the code word or the password for that daily, and you can only get that here in the live stream. Today's password is staking boost, capital S, capital B, staking boost. That is your Zeely campaign for today. And for those that don't know, BitFlow is your go-to DEX on Stacks, a powerful aggregator pulling the best swap rates from Alex, Arcadico, and Villar. Trade BTC, SBTC, STX, USDC, and Runes trading seamlessly over at BitFlow. I'm going to bring in the homie. Oops, let me, we're almost there. As the show grows, there's just more and more stuff going on here. It's hard to navigate all the stuff. What's up, GP? How you doing today, man?
Good morning, dude. Got this cool Stacks hoodie. I think it's pretty cool. Matches my leather hat. Yeah, I like the DeOrganized space this morning. It was nice, like getting to talk with the community and, you know, kind of warm up for the show.
You know what? Just getting to chat with Binta and hearing her smiley voice, like you can just hear. I've never seen her in person. We are working on her to get her confidence up so she can join us in these live streams as well. But she is officially part of the DeOrganized team. It was great. Thank you so much for joining us today. Michael came in. Binta was there. We were having a conversation with Cyborg. I don't know if he was having trouble getting on because he requested the mic and I kept giving it to him, but he wasn't getting up on stage. But I'd love to have more of that conversation too, because I think that there's valid points on things about what we need to do, what we can do, what we can't do, and how things are going. I think it's but yeah, I think the opening space, giving Binta a chance to kind of also be part of this. Hana as well. I think he'll probably be a regular on there as is available, you know, depending on what his work schedule is. I know he's got work stuff going on, but yeah, I think the space was great. Happy to have it, and we'll see how it goes.
That usually start in the morning.
I think we only really need to do like a half an hour, so we'll be starting them at 8, just a half an hour before we go live, and we have the ever lovely. Whoop! Did I not do that? Hold on. Sometimes
there she is.
The ever lovely Melanie Bell.
Mel Bell is
Melly.
Mel Bell. That's a childhood nickname of mine. So
it's a good nickname. It is a good nickname.
How you guys today?
Doing good today. How are you, Mel?
Very good.
Good. I see you just chatting about Binta kicking off the spaces.
That's right. We're doing a 30-minute space leading into the morning show, hosted by Binta.
Nice.
And you know, it's just an opportunity for us to kind of give a platform for anyone that maybe has a news item that they want to share to us in the morning before that we maybe didn't get.
Yeah.
You know, something going on in this ecosystem for the day, they can drop in there before we go live, so we have an opportunity to add it to the news show. Also, just another point of contact. Not everybody can tune into these live streams, but the spaces, it's a short space. We can put our links up at the top so people have access to the Zeely campaign. They can use our stacking DAO link. Anything else that's going on, we like tomorrow we'll talk about Bitcoin and beyond and the awesome show you have with Mark tomorrow. We can talk more about like when GP comes on, he's welcome to also talk about what he's got going on in the Zest Discord and the Stacking DAO Discord. Anyone from any of the other protocols wants to join us and talk about something that they have going on. It's an easy spot. Cool. They're not committing to a 2-hour show,
No, it's nice. And we all know, I mean, spaces work, people love them. So it's a completely different format to this. I mean, So yeah, fantastic. Exactly. And what else is news? I missed the news this morning. I was so tired. I went swimming this morning. The water was so cold.
It's so good for you though.
So cold. It was the coldest because it's getting cold here now,
Well, it's unseasonable. It was like 28 degrees this morning, which is like that's like 6 degrees below Celsius? 3 degrees. No, that's Fahrenheit. So Celsius, it would be below zero. It was below zero.
Where you are?
Yeah. It was 28 degrees.
So no, that would be, let me just see what we are going into winter over here. I'll just see what our temperature is. But anyway, the sea is, but we've got a very cold ocean here. So our temperature is 21. But, we get up to
Fahrenheit. 21 Fahrenheit or 21
Celsius.
Ah, so that's like a warm day.
That's what my brother, we always laugh because our brother's in England and we send each other, he'll be like, oh, out for a braai, braai is a barbecue. We call it a braai. He's like, oh, we're out having a braai today. And you'll send a photo and it's like gray, gloomy, it's midsummer. And we're in midwinter here, like cold, freezing by fire. And we've got the same temperature. So funny. But anyway, I had to lower myself. Like, when you go in ice water, you can't like let yourself go into like a otherwise it doesn't stop.
Yeah, hypothermia.
So you go down, down, down until you feel that happening, then you stop. Breathe. Anyway, I couldn't warm up. When I got out, I had a hot shower, then I had a hot bath, then I put like 2 pairs of socks on, like a fluffy thing, got into bed under 4 blankets, and it was terrible actually. So anyway, I fell asleep. So that's why I missed the news.
So definitely extra no feet pics for Kitty today. She got 2 pairs of socks on.
I actually did say, should we show for those who've got like a foot fetish? Are there people out there with foot fetishes? I'll show my.
Are you gonna do it to him?
No, this was me trying to warm up. I was like under the blankets, but I did have I've deleted it now. I sent a photo of my let's see, sent it to my girlfriends this morning. It's very sexy. This is sexy Kitty.
Oh,
nice, very nice.
Anyway, I'll talk such rubbish.
I mean, these market conditions, I don't blame you if you start up a feet finder profile.
Well, that's right. That's the running gag.
You do to amuse yourself so not to look at the charts.
Yeah, just like I'm taking pictures of my feet.
What do I do with this device if I don't want to look at coin market cap? I don't know what it is.
Anything but looking at the charts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get shaken out, guys, because what the big players are doing right now, they're accumulating. That's what this whole thing is about. They're trying to scare the crap out of you.
You'll often hear me hear me say, Potter isn't selling, Potter is buying. It's from It's a Wonderful Life, where the main villain in the story is the guy that owns the bank and owns the town. And during the market crash, it's set during the Depression era and the market crash. And when everyone is panicking, he's buying up shares and he's taking over industries.
Yeah.
Potter isn't selling right now. Potter is buying. That's the thing. And actually, just for stacks, some amazing bullet. You asked what was in the news. The biggest news for me today is the Bitfinex listing with Stacks. Bitfinex has listed Stacks.
I know.
And they're a signer.
Amazing.
It's not just a listing; they're a signer.
so
They're now
that's
part of the network. That is huge.
Yeah, I didn't know that part. That's something that you learned me something this morning about. I didn't know that they were going to be securing the network. Hey, Pazan, good morning, Blockface. How we doing,
Hey.
Mike?
Continue. Sorry.
Good morning,
Yeah,
sir.
I was just saying that Bitfinex listing Stacks and then also like becoming a network signer, that's like a different level. Like, right?
Oh,
like
you said Bitfinex?
What's going on here? What'd you say?
You said Bitfinex?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like the
is-
Tether USDT Bitfinex?
Bitfinex is now
Oh,
listed Stacks and is now a signer for Stacks.
so this is now pseudo financial advice.
yeah,
No,
pseudo financial
this is
advice.
the
Christ.
opportunity for you to do some of your own research. This is
There you go.
Look, if you
research
don't know
house.
if you don't know what Bitfinex is, then you might already be too late by maybe a couple
I
of days.
command thee to enter your research phase now.
Do you know that when Evergrande in China, the big real estate company, was in
Yeah.
trouble, like
Yeah.
there was like massive outflows because through USDT and Bitfinex, that's how all BTC is traded on a daily basis. Like all.
Good morning,
That's
Nieta. I
crazy.
haven't seen Nieta in a while. Sorry.
Nieta.
Nieta.
Does that mean no in Russian?
I don't know. What is
Yikes.
Nieta?
No, she's
Yeah, it's like a-
Italian.
It's a
She's
female
Italian.
no. Nieta. Sorry.
Niet or nine in German. I know
Yeah.
no in every fucking language.
You do.
Just in case. I've traveled a lot, guys.
That's a good joke.
9.
Yeah, so if you don't know what
Nine bitter.
God, that's crazy. Almost, I would argue that between 40 to as much as 67% of all Bitcoin that gets exchanged happens through Bitfinex's purview. Isn't that true? Let me verify that.
Yeah, verify a little bit. I
Yeah.
know that's a very OG, like Bitcoiner, like esque, exchange. So, like, it's very OG, and for them to adopt Stacks and then also become a signer for the network, huge, giant, massive. Bitcoin DeFi is here.
Sorry,
know.
5.5. I had the percentage wrong. 5.5% of daily Bitcoin flows pass through Bitfinex.
Huge.
So now
Wow.
add that to Bitcoin. What that represents is the institutional money is here.
Right. Wow.
Accumulating. That's what they're doing. They're like, they're
Our
placing.
stats. I know what to do with this device now.
What you gonna do?
I'm going to buy stacks. Isn't that what you do with these now?
Yeah, of course.
No, don't do that. That
I'm not going
would
to.
be
I'm not-
the non-financial advice thing to do. We got to
I'm not
make
buying
sure it doesn't
crypto.
get. Yes.
Oh, are we using reverse psychology now? We're gonna say don't buy.
I don't know
No, we're
what
not using reverse psychology.
Okay. We're just telling them not financial advice.
we're not using reverse psychology.
We're not using reverse
That's a
psychology
sentence.
at all.
It's working.
Blah, 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 blah.
Buy Stacks now.
Yeah. So anyway, so what's news? What's up? What's going on? Oh, my phone is scratched.
So the other thing with Bitfinex is it uses the FIX protocol, and if you look up FIX protocol, you'll see the protocol used by all of Web 2 financial institutions.
I
to
don't
trade
know what
money.
that. The fixed
It's-
protocol.
FIX. It's some like deep quant kind of fancy people stuff.
Can you
but
get
yeah.
into like the fanciness? Oh, just a little brief fancy.
Yeah. So
What does quant mean? I've heard that word so many
Oh.
times.
a quant is the Asian guy who makes sure you don't go bankrupt with your options.
Doesn't have to be Asian.
I don't even know what that's so over my head. You may
he's
as
a-
well be speaking.
So Remember when we did our interview when I said I recruited actuaries, the financial mathematicians
Yeah.
for insurance companies?
Yeah.
So imagine that there are financial engineers that all they do is run these models to see if how lucrative a trade might be. That's what a quant is. They work at hedge funds.
They run models to see how lucrative. Okay, so what they're doing is they like AIs. They
Yes.
seeing if a trade before anybody does a trade. So they're like trade advisors kind of thing.
Precisely. So any one of these fancy.
Is it a job? Like, can you
Yes.
go and be a quant?
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
A lot of people in venture capital land will joke around, oh, let me check with my quant. Because it's like in The Big Short, you know that Money, The Big Short?
Yeah.
They had an Asian guy and that was their quant. If you rewatch that scene, they said, look at my quant. See how Asian he is? Of course we know what we're talking about. Sorry.
Okay.
Um,
So in
I'm
crypto, you don't say, I've got my assistant. So in the real world, I say I've got an assistant. So if I say, oh, that's just my quant walkthrough.
my quant. All of a sudden, when you say quant, that adds a couple zeros to your valuation.
Okay.
Right.
I'm
Well,
sharing my
it's
screen right now.
Right. In The Big Short, he was like, look at my quant.
Yes.
He doesn't even speak English.
Yeah.
The guy actually wasn't even non-English. It was
Another
hilarious.
2 zeros to the value. I'm just sharing my screen on the Bitfinex side. I'm not sure if you can see that.
Yeah,
So we're seeing Chat GPT right now, Mike.
Yeah. So Bitfinex processes what percentage of daily Bitcoin BTC flows? 5.5%. Okay. So the institutional money is here. If Stacks is part of Bitfinex, and now it starts to give me the explanation. Blah blah blah. Market synergy. Oh, you've heard of Swift places. See this fix feed? That's what I mean by the fix protocol. So if we look up fix protocol high finance, where is so vendor neutral and electronic communications protocol for the international real-time exchange of security transaction information. So imagine there's already a consortium of basically all of the fancy boys and folks and girls and everything.
Real quick, I want to welcome Coyote.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop here.
what's up?
All right, hey, welcome.
Coyote is actually here to join us for the Welsh Wednesday segment, which kicks off at 10 after Find2Earn.
Is he from Wales?
From Wales?
Welsh.
Because the Welsh.
Welsh corgi.
No, but he is holding 4 generational Welsh. That's for sure.
Oh, Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Jenny.
Yeah, that's what we call generational wealth. Jenny. Jenny, why don't you love me?
Why don't you? It's so funny.
I like that, Jenny.
Jenny.
My quant's just working on my Jenny. No?
You're a quick study.
Generational wealth is always running away. Is that why?
That's funny.
Oh, where did they go?
Coyote, where'd you go?
Coyote didn't like our
I think that was a Brexit. Sorry.
He might be having some connectivity issues with the vote. He joined a little while ago and fell off, so could be an issue. Keep trying, man. And don't let blocks scare you away.
No.
Yeah, come on. Dude.
No.
We're having
I'm not
fun.
even a citizen.
You're not.
I'm not even listening. I miss so much stuff. I don't know what I'm just like so slow sometimes.
I've just been editing our videos.
I never said that about you.
I can relate so much to that.
Yeah.
Especially with my band.
You guys are very quick-witted.
So, oh yeah.
Hey,
So
Coyote
one of the
from Wales. Welcome.
what's up, Coyote?
Hi.
He's thinking right now.
I'm gonna turn his. It sounds like he turned his volume up a little bit just in case.
Yeah, because I see like the
Can't hear you. Can you hear us?
I'm shaking my head. I cannot
one
hear
of one of the news stories today, another awesome news story was that for Q1, Stacks actually had the most market cap growth for stable coins, or not the most. They were number 3 for all blockchains for stablecoin growth for Q1. They had 437% surge in stablecoin growth on Stacks. That
Massive.
is also huge. That's huge.
Yeah, Hermetica like contributed a lot to that stablecoin market cap. Big shout out to the Hermetica.
So what we're saying is we're hoping Stacks goes down in price for maybe the last time.
Correct.
Well, it'll always go. What goes up? Nothing goes up linearly forever, right?
Trees don't grow to the sky.
But
Yeah, not for the last time, but we do want it to go like that. We just want to become smarter traders.
Very advanced. So you're saying
my
that
quant's just messaging me here over the top here.
you speak Mandarin? When did you learn Mandarin?
She knows no one.
Night.
So now you don't see. You sound like a real trader because most people focus on the way up, which is only half of the money-making opportunity. It's the volatility, primarily.
Exactly. This is what I don't understand about people. For some reason, I don't understand a lot when it comes to money. Besides that, you can spend it. Oh, hi.
There he is. You can hear your mic now, Coyote. What's up, dude?
I think he's watching Nollywood.
No, I could hear him for a second. There was some
heard
background
him.
noise, but I think he started talking, but then I lost him.
Are you editing more of our video, Michael?
Yeah, the video essays.
There's some good clips in there.
Video essays. Is that like?
Yeah.
Is that the?
There's some really good clips there. Sorry, peace.
I was just gonna say, is that the visual news story of the deportations that are happening?
I mean, what goes around comes around, huh? But what I tried to do in the interview we had with Mel is I tried to answer with as many references as I could, so that when I did the editing and post, I could put all the research and things that I was pointing to. So it's just fun putting together these kind of little video essays about like what happened in Guyana and JFK and US and Russia not agreeing on who should lead the country, just like the current Mexicans and Guatemalans and blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Guyana was where the Jim Jones.
Oh, yes.
The Jim Jones thing happened. The Church of I forget what it was called now. They had basically this
Church
guy
of
had
the
a cult.
Latter-day Saints.
No, don't want to get them on a bad side. Not that one, a different one.
Oh, okay.
No, Jim Jones.
This had a good one.
The 60s or 70s.
I don't know.
Like late 60s, early 70s. He had created this. I forget what it was called. He had this kind of church organization in California, and it appealed to like kind of like the hippie crowd to some degree. Yeah. And they moved everyone down to Guyana. They had this big, huge, like, I don't know whether it would be considered a
cult.
Like a compound.
Well, it was definitely a cult, but I don't know if it was like a settlement or exactly what it was.
Open air orgy.
Maybe
those cults were wild. Hey,
but there was a contingent of like a U.S. senator and congressman and like a bunch of officials went down there because U.S. citizens were complaining about it, and they went down, and they ended up getting murdered. Like the whole contingent getting murdered, and then the whole like cult was given poison to. They committed this mass suicide, and there was like this huge, crazy. I
remember that.
Yeah, that sparked a memory. Like I was like, oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, they all drank the Kool-Aid. Like they all.
Literally,
that's where that comes from. Drinking the Kool-Aid. Yeah. That came from that Jim Jones.
It's like Alan Watts, but poisonous. Kind of thing.
What?
You know Alan Watts?
I love Alan. Alan Watts is. If you don't know Alan Watts, you should definitely get to know him.
Ramdas, you know Ramdas? Be Here Now. He's Timothy O'Leary, Terrence McKenna.
I'm from South Africa.
McKenna rings a bell.
So it's like those guys, but poison after the lecture kind of thing. Right?
What are they?
There was Steve Jobs.
Philosophers.
I do know Steve Jobs, yeah.
Okay, so Steve Jobs, instead of going to university, fucked off to India, climbed the Himalayas in search of a guru. The guru died before he got there.
Himalayas. You mean the Himalayas? Am I
Himalaya.
pronouncing that wrong
I'm
the whole
using the pronunciation for the domain. And so,
Did Steve Jobs really go and do this?
yes, this is the story they don't
And the
tell
guru
about.
really died while he was on his
Yes.
way there.
But this is where Steve Jobs learned all his Buddhism and all that kind of Hinduism stuff that stayed with him for the rest of his life. Is instead of going to university, he went to H1B University in India.
Bees for the
Wow,
win.
okay, that is something I really want to do.
Yeah.
I follow those. I'm kind of into those kind of philosophies. I wouldn't say religion.
You're gonna go
All those names, yeah. You love it.
Himalayas, looking for a mentor, Kitty.
Alan
no.
Watt is where it's at. by the
Kitty
way.
doesn't need a
Alan
mentor.
Watt-
Kitty is the
Alan Watt
mentor.
is where it's at.
There you go.
Why do we have to gender mentor?
We
What
don't.
do you say? Why do we have to?
Yeah, because it's in the name.
It's not woman tour.
Oh,
Woman
God.
tour sounds like an enemy in He-Man.
Woman tour.
Anyways,
It does.
Now we
It
know
sounds
why he's here instead of
He-Man's-
doing big event stand-ups.
woman tour. Sounds like
Woman
a
tour. Sounds like He-Man's like the bad guy that like the
I've
female
lost
bad
the
guy.
power.
What? I don't know. Today I'm feeling very
That was a
like,
He-Man reference.
I'll make a video after this and it'll all make sense. Yeah.
please help me. Help me.
It's like She-Ra, but she gets alimony.
Listen, I just woke up. I had hypothermia this morning, so I'm feeling a bit.
How do
Not
you
really
have hypothermia in Africa? It seems like a
Because the
Sweet,
sea, I go for like an ice
Oh.
dump every morning. Not an ice dump. That sounds bad, but
Yeah, like a plunge.
Is that
Cold plunge.
Norwegian?
nice icy dump.
That sounds like a Norwegian movie. Icy Dump 5. They really got the studio values done.
So I go in I go in the sea every day, but it's down. The temperature's very low at the moment. So I just couldn't get hot today. It was terrible. It took me about 4 or 5 hours just to warm up. So I'm feeling like very sleepy.
But now with this new news from Bitfinex, sorry. All right,
Now I'm vibing. My quants told me some good news. We bought up a whole lot of stock. No, we didn't buy stock. I told him, sell the stock. Buy the Bitcoin. Buy the stacks.
No more
Orange in
stone.
the house. What's up, Orange? Good morning.
Orange.
brother.
One.
Hi.
It
So
must
if you
be
ever-
almost time.
If you ever
Oh,
want
God.
to talk to your quant, you have to say Young Tiao Tiao Fun. That's the general
Young
rule.
Tiao Fun.
Tiao Fun. Young
And what-
Tiao Tiao
Young
Fun.
Xiao Xiao Feng.
That's how you
Young
motivate a
How
quant.
fun?
hmm
Young Xiao Xiao Feng.
Doesn't
know.
that translate to Tiananmen Square was not real?
It translates. It actually translates to fried rice.
Really?
Okay.
It made me
Not
hungry.
nice.
I feel like we're being misled here. What does it actually translate to?
It
No,
actually
no, what are you
translates.
making me say?
I'm making you say fried rice.
Okay.
I
That's
don't
a lot
believe
of words for fried rice.
Well, it's fried rice from the Yangzhou region.
Okay. This is very
Young
specific.
Tiao Tiao Fun. hmm
I've
Next-
never been to that part of the world.
Next episode
You-
next episode will cover lychee bengzaga tonzu, which is lychee slush with tapioca as bubble tea. But that's for the
Sounds
next.
so good, dude.
Have you traveled there? Is that
Yeah.
how you know this?
His
A lot
wife-
of actuaries are in fact Asian, and so when I started working in this IT field, you end up having sushi and learning bubble tea and languages.
Ah, that's why you know all the food.
Yeah. hmm
like bubble tea is so good. It's so good. I want some boba. Like it's like
Every
I've
Friday.
never had that.
Every Friday, that's Ali and I's date. We go get Chinese barbecue. Like the char siu and the barbecue duck. Have you ever seen that?
Oh,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God, you love it.
sounds interesting.
Oh,
That
you
sounds
would
like
love
real Chinese food,
Well,
not
no.
like Americanized Chinese food.
it. Yeah, they only speak menu, but it's good. Yeah.
But yeah, so my daughter, my youngest, loves boba. She loves going and getting boba tea. That's kind of new in our area, like the last couple of years, and we haven't had them around until recently. But I can't have them because I'm diabetic and it's too much sugar in there.
One of our university friends, he works at a robotics company, and they made a robot that made salad during COVID time, so people wouldn't touch it. And now he's working at a company that has a robot that creates a boba, and they have it in universities now. So there's a robot that does it on campus.
If you could have a robot that lived in your house and did all your stuff for you, like a robot kind of cleaner, cooker, just a person who ran the house for you, did the grocery shopping, would you have it?
Yes, dude. It'd make my life so much easier.
What about all those scary movies where it's always the robot that goes bananas and like wants to become the wife?
Oh, I'm not into that. If you're a robosexual, that's okay.
No, man. But like, they want to kill the wife and then take over.
Well, I mean, you can't.
How hot is the robot? Is it?
Yeah. The question is,
she's as hot as you want it. She looks exactly how you like want her to look. She's like your dream hotness.
Can we have it be just less violent, and maybe we just get a divorce instead of like?
We can't block the sun with our finger, Mel. Just let it happen.
I wouldn't have it. I would be scared of it.
What if the gender was on the other robot? So, like, what if it was the inverse? So you got the pool boy robot.
Ugh.
No.
I want a man in a suit. Fucking pool boy. What am I gonna do with a pool boy?
That's a premium package.
And his little pool stick.
I'm
like, be gone, pool boy.
The premium package.
He has bigger fish to fry, is what she said.
Yeah, man. I have a better taste than a pool boy, let me tell you.
You want this robot to have
He's
a longer
not that
memory.
bored, guys.
Yeah.
You want a longer battery life on the robot. I understand.
Yeah, exactly. I want to have better conversation.
Oh, it's a conversation then. So you want?
I'm at that age, young man.
So you want a larger context window. I understand.
Yeah.
Guys, it is time.
Hello.
The game master.
Jim. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Good morning, sir. How are you today?
I'm fine. Let the hunt begins.
Let the hunt begin. We have five rounds today, right, sir?
Yeah, 5 rounds.
5 rounds. We will start off with a whitelist round for new players, and Melanie is always allowed to participate in that. Although she did win one the other day, so she's almost worn out her functional eligibility.
And I found it yesterday. I just found it like seconds too late.
Right. Actually, yeah. See, you're getting. We kept telling you, right? It does get easier. You do get better the more you play. So it is time for Find2Earn. You must share out the live stream. Let me actually get that link for Xenitron in the chat.
I always get the comment from my wife that I am not seconds too late, but seconds too fast.
Yeah, well, at least it's only seconds and not minutes too fast.
Can you believe my cleaner on her way to work today? She had to they literally like running for their lives. Like everybody, 7 people got killed near her this morning.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
They just
like gang violence.
just
Where are you at?
Not far from where I am. Far enough. But I just saw a message come through for her. I said to her, she just text me when she's got home safe. So I made her go home.
crazy.
Wow.
All right. So again, make sure you guys share out the live stream, and you're heading over to the Skullcoin BTC account on X. That is where we play the rounds. I'm actually just getting mine set up right here now too. So we have 5 rounds sponsored by the tremendous meme coin community we have in Stacks. We have RuCoin, sponsored by Jack Binswitch. We have Leo Coin, sponsored by Rubes. We have Welsh Corgi Coin, sponsored by, we're not sure. There's all sorts of people in the Welsh Corgi. That's actually a community-run project, and they have sponsored, a bunch of people in the community have sponsored rounds there. We have Leo Wrapped Nothing. That's another community project where we've gotten sponsorship from a few different people. And then also Bitcoin Pepe, Peptoshi, Mark Clarkian, and our good friend over from Bitcoin Pepe. And we have some great communities in this space sponsoring these Find2Earn rounds, giving us opportunities to play games and have some entertainment and fun while getting exposed to some of these crypto projects on Stacks. And we also distribute them via BoostX. And it's all made possible by Skullcoin and the Game Master and what he's put together with these Find2Earn games. So we have 5 games today. Following the games at 10 a.m., we will actually have Welsh Wednesday from the Welsh community. We have Coyote joining us actually right now, although he's having some mic difficulties, maybe even some other technical difficulties here. I don't show him. I show a square at the bottom, but I think it's blank. Do you guys see a blank square at the bottom?
Yeah.
So Coyote's having some technical difficulties, but we do have the Welsh show coming up at 10. And Zenny, why don't you take it away? Let us know. We ready for the round?
We can start.
All right. Let's go. We're ready. I am on the Skullcoin page. I'm going to run through real quick just to show everybody very
Michael,
quickly.
you want to play too? Okay.
Michael's going to play.
Oh, yeah.
So Michael will also be added to the whitelist.
Okay, the game for whitelist for newcomers and for our live panel. Be ready. We are launching on Skullcoin right now. Okay,
all right.
You have to find the rule. I drop all 5 images to PeaceLoveMusic. Okay, let's play. 5. Just be ready on Skullcoin account.
Get ready. You guys know the deal. If you don't know the deal, you're going to learn today.
Right now.
You're on the Skullcoin BTC page. I'll actually run the first round. I'll share my screen in the first round, and then we'll switch over to Orange.
Okay, good. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The game is on.
So we refresh our screen. We're waiting to find that new game round. It'll come up right under the pinned post. Here's the round. You got 2,000 Ru. You got to like and repost. You must share out the live stream. That's in the link. That link here. You're looking for this image. And you go to Google Maps. That link will take you to the Google Maps. This is the starting location, so you're just looking along this road for that image. And it's just that like little brick wall. That might be it right there, actually. Is that the wall?
Oh, when you said
Maybe
it was
not.
a live panel, I got excited. I thought I could play.
So this is it. This is the location. So if you found it already, what you would do, you would click share, you copy the link, you go back over to the Skullcoin page, and under the game round, these are all of our registered players that are looking for this image. You would post, but I can't post because I am not who can reply, because I'm not allowed to play against the new players because I'm too good or something. But that's it. That's how you play. And already found it. Mel, Blockface, where are you guys at? Where are you guys at?
Hey, I'm coming.
You're in Tatarstan.
We are in
Noah.
Tatarstan. Huh, very interesting. Home of the Tartars.
Where's the picture? Go up a bit.
This is the image right here.
Okay, let's I think this is it. Okay. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I share this?
Should
You
be a
gotta
share.
click. There's a share button right here.
Ah! My god, what's going on? What's going
Come
on?
on, good kitty, come on.
Oh my god!
Go kitty, go.
So
Go kitty.
intense.
Wait!
No,
Other people are playing. Wait, don't answer yet. We gotta get Kitty.
I don't know if I put the thing. Okay, there. That must be what I've done right. Is that it?
Let me see. What do I got? Oh. I have the worst ADD ever. So like
It doesn't seem to be.
I
No,
click.
guys.
I start reading my DMs in the middle of this while I'm trying
too.
yeah,
to.
let me check, but we have like 2 players. Yeah,
I
we
don't
have
think
a,
it's in the right place.
yeah, we have a winner. We have a winner, newcomer. He was faster than Good Kitty for 4 seconds.
But I don't
did better-
think I shared the right place, did I?
Okay, we
was-
have a winner. Only game. It's a new player. Congrats.
Awesome. Very good. New player. So that person will also get a BNS name sponsored as well. Congratulations. Only Gemen, like Gemini, is that something? Only
Yeah,
Hemen?
something like this. But it's a not new account, so it's good.
It's not a new
Mine
account.
didn't
Yeah, they
share
have
the
a
location where I was.
few hundred
Hold on, what is
followers.
that at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I was wondering the same thing. I was like, what are we doing here, guys?
Come
Oh my
on.
goodness.
Come
Nine. Netta.
This down here? You're talking about this?
Yeah, what is that?
What is that? What do we
Shadow?
got going on?
Listen, if that is that, then I'm
A
sorry
yellow
for that
Pegman.
person.
I leave for 2
It's
minutes.
actually a shadow from the Google car, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Oh
All right.
my
saved it.
god.
Okay, gotcha.
So, are you saying that's what the Google car silhouette looks like?
Yup.
I'm not saying, I'm just showing. It's just there.
It's showing
Some
too.
of us are showers and some of us are, well, you know.
Spreading democracy.
I'm so
All
bad.
right. So that game round 1 is completed, and round 2 is round 2 also going to be
Ra-
a whitelist.
Round 2 will be like for experienced players who won before once or twice, so it's 2 whitelist.
Okay, so
So it's a whitelist, but it's for experienced players, but not
still whitelist.
orange, but not orange, not crypto,
Yeah,
dude,
but
not Isaac,
I
not
will
the.
add you and
players.
JPC since this game is not so easy.
So is it like
All
an
right.
intermediate league? Is what you could
Yeah,
call it?
yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Cool. So now we have an intermediate
All right.
league. We're growing. Like that's awesome. We've got pro league,
We are
beginners,
growing.
and intermediate. It's dope.
All right, so I'll share my screen on this one again, and then we'll let Orange take over for the pro rounds.
Cool.
You cool with that,
Yeah,
Orange?
sounds like a plan.
Awesome. Orange, you're the man
All right,
of
I'm
this
gonna
game,
win,
dude.
this one, guys. Just letting you know now. You might as well not even try to play.
Yeah, dude. Like orange is like, nah, get in there like swimwear. Because there's still you stand a chance if you get lucky. But orange is that guy when it comes to this game. That's why he's the Skullcoin ambassador. You know, it's the real deal.
Okay, are you ready?
Let's go.
Yes, sir. I am ready.
Let's go. Let's go. This game is not so easy for intermediate players. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The game is on.
Let's go.
The game is on, and this is for 20,000 Welsh Corgi coin. And if I win, by the way, that goes into double the prize for next week. You have to like and reshare the stream. This is the image you're looking for,
Like, share the stream, and share the game.
and the game.
And the game. So we are looking in a field of some sort. It looks like some type of farming equipment there. Got a little tractor.
Isn't it
and a little
that is
there.
a combine harvester, isn't it?
It is. It is. It does have like one of those, blade props on the back of it.
I love
Zenny
saying
said this
that
game
word.
is harder, so it's not going to be that close to the starting location, probably.
Or it's because everything else looks like very similar as well.
It's all the same.
Yeah, because it's a farm.
Oh, the evil laugh. Hitting us with the evil laugh right now.
This looks like a great place to live.
Doesn't it?
Vanetta.
Like, you want to live in a cornfield, dude?
I do. Well, I want to live on a farm with a cornfield.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't run out of food.
Well,
Well, we
never
have,
say no.
looks like we have a winner. It's
Damn.
Mr.
that's-
Bombastic. He won.
Oh,
Mr.
wow.
Bombastic.
You got it already, huh? Well
Let's
done,
go.
Mr. Boombastic. I did not
Very
find it.
good.
I hate when I talk smack and I don't back it
Then
up.
you-
Okay, we
I
have
checked
three
it
more
too.
games. 3 more games, and we launch them simultaneously. Yeah.
All right, that's great. You know what? Really quick before we run those games, I just want to play a quick video by Stacking Dow.
Let's go.
And a word from Bitflow.
Yeah, I like Bitflow music, like African tribe.
Yeah, it's good. Both of those are great
Yeah, dude.
videos. I cannot take credit
Yeah.
for the videos, by the way. I wish I could. I think they're great. I want to find out who made them, because whoever did, shout out to you guys. Great
They
job.
both great, but
And
they
also-
compete with music.
For Stacking Dow, for Bitflow, the Zeely campaign, the password for today's DeOrganized Bitflow Zeely campaign is Staking Boost. You need to go over to the Zeely Bitflow page, found the DeOrganized daily quests, and today's password is Staking Boost. You can get some extra Zeely points on the Bitflow campaign with DeOrganized, and that's daily. So you got to tune in daily to get those passwords. Passwords are only distributed on the live stream, by the way. We will not share those out anywhere else. So you got to tune in to the live stream to get the password. And now back to Find2Earn. And
you can
Orange
show the,
shared his
you
screen.
can show the pictures of upcoming games. They are interesting. Yeah.
Oh, let me do that. Let me do that too. I'll switch back. Keep your screen on there, Orange.
Yeah, sure.
Let me just
So just in, President Trump says that this is a great time to buy. So I don't know when he decided to become a call, but yeah.
He's always been a Cole, man. That's his number one job. But yeah, it is a great time to buy, I think, not financial advice. And I am not a Cole, by the way. I'm just a friendly guy with access to a platform and got in over my head and coming out here and say stuff and people listen. But I'm not a Cole.
And you know the mission.
And I know the mission. So this is the next 3 rounds. This image here looks like you're in the jungle a little bit here. Very interesting. We have this one.
It's
Where
a
do you guys
nothing.
think
It's
this
a for nothing. Road to nowhere. Yeah.
For Wrap Nothing. And you see the little Wrap Nothing icon over here.
See what you
Very
did
cool. Very cool. This one here is for Leo. And we got the Studio Ghibli style I bet that Butterfly won't be there too, or maybe it is. You'll probably have the Volkswagen Beetle and this cool little shed here.
Now Hyundai, it looks like something.
That's so cute.
And then for B Pepe is always hanging out with some people. 104% tariffs in China. That is crazy, isn't it? That's nuts. And China responded with an 84% tariff on U.S. goods too. But this is at a bus stop, and
Did you
B
see
Pepe
the
Yeah,
Chinese flag?
this one will be hardest one. Yeah.
this will be the hardest one. So and these 3 rounds are all going to launch simultaneously.
Ooh, let's go.
And I'm going to switch back to the professionals screen so you guys can watch Orange and how it's really.
The contrast and difficulty levels being launched at the same time. I like that idea.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So whenever you are ready, sir, we are ready. And
Do you
again,
think? Imagine, we should set a challenge for Orange to see if he could win all 3 games
I've
before.
already done that in a previous.
saying-
No, you haven't.
he did once actually. Yeah, he did. We launched 3 games back to back to back, and he won all 3.
He
of
won
them.
5 games. Yeah, I believe. Like.
He won
No,
all.
man.
I don't think he ever won all 5 games on our show.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Is Orange allowed to play anymore?
I forgot about.
No, on show not, but on show it's very hard to win. Like.
No, others are just slow, and I'm just average.
Yeah.
Worse than your average.
Are you like the Matrix, where you just like a bunch of you just sort of like, phew,
Yeah.
It's got
So
form.
how I always explain it to everyone is I'm going into a meditative state. I'm going out of my body. I'm going
Mhm.
into Google Maps with my body, and I can search whole Google Maps out of my body.
Oh,
That's-
that's
that's
wild.
what I'm gonna try and do now.
That seems
You're
like
gonna
an
ask
unfair
your
advantage.
genetic to find the location. That's wild.
I'm doing that now, guys.
All right.
Even
Are you? Have you attained the proper mental state, Kitty? Are we ready to
I
go?
have. I have.
All right. Melanie is ready.
This is how it looks, people. This is my serious face.
They told me to go, but I said namaste.
That's what your face always looks like, Mel.
Namaste.
Yeah, that's the Botox, I guess.
Yeah, when you're 65, it's a lot more than Botox, buddy. This is fucking fillers, plastic surgery.
Cue the Beatles when I'm 64.
Yeah. That's it. Old vibes going on here. Old young vibes.
Old young vibes. I could dig it. I do dig it.
Yeah. That's actually a really good name for a band or a song. Old young vibes.
That is a good name for a song / band.
All right, Zenny, we're waiting. We're ready. I'm trying very
Okay.
hard not to get
One-
into some smack
1
talk.
minute.
I wanna win.
1 minute and we start.
One-
Sorry.
You're ready.
1 minute. All right. So while we have a minute, I'm actually gonna talk about Stacking DAO. Stacking DAO. Where's my thing? Stacking DAO is the leading liquid staking platform for the Stacks network. Stacking DAO is changing the game by letting users earn up to 10% APY on their STX while keeping their assets liquid. Unlike traditional staking, their unique design means no minimums and users start earning rewards immediately, so there are 0 switching costs when moving from other stacking pools. Plus, you've got options. Choose to get your rewards in STX or SBTC, whatever fits your strategy. Want to start earning yields today? Head over to stackingdao.com and jump in. Stacking DAO, where liquidity meets opportunity.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I
And
love
you can
Stacking
jump-
DAO, by the way. We're very
have-
fortunate to have
Okay,
such great
are you ready for the
platform
hunt?
stacks. We are ready, sir.
Let's get it.
Okay, so each game the harder than previous one. So the Pepe game will be the hardest one, will be last. So you can choose what game to play.
So the first game will be easy, the second game will be like medium, and the third game will
Yeah.
be a little bit more challenging.
Exactly.
So everyone's probably going to start with the first game first. We'll see.
Yeah, but you know, like,
My
I'm
strategy would be to start with the last game. That is probably not a good strategy.
follow your heart. Follow your heart and don't believe Game Master.
Listen to your heart.
Okay,
Listen to your heart.
let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's
I'm
go.
launching one by one. Rap Nothing is on. Leo game is on. And the last game with Pepe, 1 million Pepe is on. Taxed Pepe. Most funny one. We will see who is brave to play the Pepe game.
And guys, don't forget to like and repost the game rounds and like and repost the stream.
Like
The
and
last
repost
one-
the stream, and we will become the very big, very large.
We already had
Ooh.
those of you guys that are playing every day, by the way, thank you for engaging with us.
Who is
Thank you for
streaming?
coming
Who
out.
is show us how to play? Anyone streaming right now?
I guess I'm streaming.
Oh, I thought it's Orange, you're the one that's your screen's on there. Did Orange just go into the Bitcoin Pepe round?
Yeah, it's the hardest one.
Because I've already found the first one.
Oh my gosh. I'm so slow. He's trying to do the sweep thing. He's trying to prove a point. You guys shouldn't have even spoke about it.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Oh, you mess with the bull. Oh, Orange feisty today, talking some smack. I love it.
Spicy Orange, I like it.
So yeah, we have a winner Orange for the first one, and the hardest Pepe he plays right now.
So we have a winner for the first round, and it's Orange. We don't have a winner for the second round yet.
Yeah, we don't have winner for the Leo and Pepe, the ultimate game.
All right. So we got somebody. So Orange won the Welsh. And that's why we had to do a special, like, regular player round. Because we don't want the horns.
Ow, the horns hurt.
This one is definitely a little challenging. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't.
What game are you playing? Peace, Love, and GPS?
I'm playing the B Pepe game.
Pepe.
You're a brave one.
Yep, I'm brave. I'm trying
Brave
to get
heart.
I will tell you, I am definitely. I'm not scared. I am not afraid of most things.
You should scare
You should be
Game
scared.
Master.
You mess with the bull. You should get in the horns. You should be scared. I love it.
But maybe Game Master trick you.
Ooh,
Think
Oh.
about it.
The game
It
master.
Game
He tricked
Master
us?
tricked me. Look at that. I'm looking in the wrong spot because the Game Master tricked me. He got me.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Huh. Well. So it's actually easy instead of hard. That would be the trick. Or I don't know. I don't see it.
The reverse.
Okay.
psychology.
I gave you the clue, and Orange was the first who understand. Since the starting location is the location what you have to find.
I tried the starting location.
But you have just to jump over the road.
Don't tell us that.
Orange already
Bitcoin-
found it though. Did Orange already find it?
Yeah, Bitcoin paper was just on the same square.
Look at that.
I've been since you gave us the clue. I've been on the square and I can't find it.
Do a curveball
Yeah,
on the Leo round, which Orange is already looking in. So I'm at a disadvantage. Let's see if I can get it before Orange even posts his answer, which I'm sure he's about like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I
Orange.
found it.
Tell me, Orange did not get the hat trick, did he?
No. I'm just messing with it.
I was about to say, dude. Really?
I found it.
Go,
Hurry
go,
up,
go.
answer. Hurry up. Hurry up.
But
answer.
on the other side of the okay, I just can't. Okay, I think, guys. Oh God.
For the
It's just-
Leo. For the
but
Leo.
the thing
correct?
is, okay. Wait, I don't know what I'm doing.
You copy the all right, just copy the link to the whole thing, Kitty. Like just to the
Post.
URL
Okay,
and
but the thing is I think I'm looking at it from the wrong angle.
that's okay. If
Doesn't
you're in the
matter
right
the
But you
angle,
can
as long
see
as
the
you're with-
horse. You can
As
see the
long as you're-
horse.
the horse.
Yeah, you found it, Melanie.
But so do I win?
You got to share the link.
I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, you second after Orange.
Damn.
Oh no.
Was that for Leo?
So am I looking for the? Is the other one somebody hasn't found?
For Leo. Leo's the
Yeah.
one that
Oh, guys! Damn you, Orange.
he said get the horns. He
It's
meant
too
it.
good.
Okay, so I've got to find this little car.
Right, we're
Is
looking
that
for a
what we look-
Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, I'm looking for
Is that
Little?
what we're looking
I
for?
find it very
Okay,
average.
let's go.
All right, where?
and the Ghibli makes it very challenging.
Right, because it's not quite exact.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're
it is.
looking-
It's pretty
You know
close.
the clues, like the Volkswagen Beetle, right? And then like another car is facing one direction behind the Beetle, but you don't like the buildings, they're not the same, you know, so it makes it just a little bit they're the same, but
Yeah,
like in an animated
There will be the beetle and the bicycle. Bicycle is real.
It looks like we have a winner. Is there a win? I think Isaac,
I
No,
see
maybe
it's
not.
it's a different location.
not the right one.
different Beetle. Keep
That's
going.
the case. We got the hat trick.
No.
You got the
way.
hat trick?
Yeah.
No. I mean,
Yeah,
I want
yes.
you. I'm not opposed to you winning. It's just it was the motif of the day.
The most
Yeah, let me check.
I hope it's the wrong Beetle. I'm just kidding.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Good job,
Oh.
Orange. Congrats, dude.
that's so
Orange has hat trick, I believe. Oh,
Go.
Nieta found the location from the Pepe. That's nice.
Good job, Nieta.
Good
All
job.
right,
Awesome.
Nieta playing. That's awesome. We got to get Nieta on the show.
Yeah, you know, and
it
she
will be
could
very cool.
she could register for the beginner rounds as well.
So that's it. The rounds are all done.
Yeah,
So did Orange get all three?
looks like.
I should never. That's my own fault.
There was one person yesterday and the day before that said, I'm going to beat Orange. And I'm saying, you only get one chance to beat Orange in one free round. Then
He's
you want
on-
to another
he's on
time.
vacation today. Yeah, looks like.
So now I'm going to show him that Don't mess with the bull.
You showed us all, dude. Not just him. We were all playing you.
Amazing.
Yeah,
you
so
really-
the Pepe game was a trick. If I didn't give you the clue, I believe like the people just lost, but I had
Yeah.
to be silenced because like people just leveling themselves. You have to try to find on any location.
All right. Well, that has been it's been an absolute another great round of Find to Earn.
Yeah, thanks.
Congratulations,
Just
Orange, on
you.
getting another hat trick. You are the all-star pro player for Find to Earn. Coyote, I apologize. I didn't realize you had joined back on the screen. I wouldn't get you back on here. But
Yeah, no
welcome.
problem.
Awesome. We will be transitioning. We're going to go right into the Welsh Corgi Welsh Wednesday show.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you? Thank you again, Xenitron, and all of you guys who participated in Find to Earn today. Stay tuned as we are going to be chatting with Coyote from the Welsh Corgi community about Welsh Corgi coin in just a moment. Real quick though, I want to do one more last word about Bitflow. Bitflow is your go-to DEX on Stacks, a powerful aggregator, pulling the best swap rates from Alex, Archetypal, and Galar. You can trade BTC, SBTC, STX, USDC, and runes trading seamlessly over on bitflow.finance. And we have an awesome Zeely campaign with Bitflow. You can actually head over to the Zeely page, find the Bitflow Zeely campaign. The DeOrganized quests, daily quests are found there. You can use the QR code to get directly to the link for today's quest. And you need a password that you can only get in the live stream. That password is Staking Boost for Bitflow. Get in the game. Head over to bitflow.finance if you're looking to trade on stacks. And with that, it is now time for Welsh Wednesdays.
I'm gonna love
We
you
are-
and leave you. Unfortunately, today, this
As long as
Wednesday,
you love me, I don't mind.
I do. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Mel.
I'll see you
That's so
tomorrow,
sweet.
12 p.m. Yes, 12
Yeah.
p.m. tomorrow.
Nice seeing
12
you.
p.m. tomorrow, Bitcoin and beyond. And I'm talking to Mark Hendrickson from from Leather. So
Thank
see
you,
then.
Orange. Yeah.
Bye.
And Bitcoin and Beyond tomorrow with Mel, with Mark Hendrickson from Leather. It's going to be a great show. So make sure you tune in. That's at noon Eastern tomorrow.
Bye.
And bye, Mel. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. I have to go soon too.
Yeah, thank you, Zenny. Great stuff. I think what we're doing with the Find to Earn rounds is just getting better and better.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
really, I love doing it. We'll have you back. And then again, thank you to the Welsh community for being a sponsor amongst the great community projects we have in our space. Welsh is the OG. You know, they are the first community takeover coin that happened on Stacks, and we have Coyote from the Welsh community coming on, Coyote Crypto, to come talk to us about what's going on with Welsh and what the experience is being part of that community. Welcome, Coyote. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing great,
Can you hear
man.
me?
Feeling good.
Yeah, you're good, man. Coming through loud and clear.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, man. I don't know.
How long have you been? So,
All right,
something.
I think I'm facing.
Yeah, we can see you, man.
Yeah, you're good. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
How are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah,
Cool,
I think
cool.
I joined Welsh late last year. Yeah, that was late last year.
So you
So
joined about last year.
IB posted something on Twitter. Then she asked about Yeah, I think November kind of.
Oh, so really only like so at the end of the year this like November of just this past November.
Yeah, yeah, this past November. I think this month will make it the 6th month, I guess, if I'm right.
So
Right
what
on.
what do you participate in the Discord a lot? Or you guys is that where most of the conversation happens? The Welsh Discord,
It's actually mostly on the Twitter space. Actually, happens mostly on the Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah, Twitter is really where it's at these days anyway for everything. That's where I can't get off
Yeah,
Twitter. Like I can't get out of my DMs and out of my like there's so many like
like
notifications on
it's crazy.
it's insane.
It's mind.
Yeah, it's where all the action is right now,
Yeah,
man. Everybody's
yes, man.
interacting here. We've got BoostX, so you can kind of like interact with the Stacks blockchain directly from X now. I mean, it makes sense. It's where all the action is, all the
Yeah.
spaces, all the alpha.
Now, along
Yeah,
with the
so
AI that they just introduced, it's kind of too crazy.
oh yeah, right. With the AI and everything too. There's so many cool things happening in the tech world. What's going on? But I really do love the Welsh community and all that's going on with them. They got merch. IB does a great job with merch. I think even Staxy also has done some Welsh merch in the past.
Yeah,
And then they also do like they've had a couple of different NFT projects and some fun stuff that they do with the community. So it's really a very interesting project, and it's completely community run. There is no so I don't know if
that was
you're
actually why I enrolled for the Welsh intern.
yeah
Can you
the
hear me?
so
Yeah, like
yes
the community was actually what brought me to join to opt in for the intern program. Before IIB explained to me what was going on, and she was kind of actually nice. So I actually have no other choice than like, wow, if someone from a community could speak freely about a project like this, well, why not actually try it out and see what's actually going on in there? And they've been great so far. They've been great.
right that's the thing. It's an open project. Like it's
Yeah,
an
it's a very
anyone that
wide,
wants
yeah.
to participate and anyone that wants to contribute is welcome to. So it
Yeah,
really
oh
is a
well.
very strong community, and it was a rugged project. The original founder, like that minted the coin, rugged, and so our good friend Lord Rosar, was actually one of the people instrumental in kind of getting a community takeover. Some of the OGs in the space, like I mentioned, Staxy, Mr. Wagme,
Yeah,
huge
I spoke.
to the.
I think I spoke with them taxes quite a few times also.
Yeah, and then you got one of the most base builders in the ecosystem building stuff for Welsh right now. You can interact with Welsh with the Blaze protocol, and batch your transactions together and settle them all at once. And then you have OpRedict that also uses Welsh right now. So it's like you've got one of the most base builders, Lord Rosar, kind of building different ways to,
No,
it's cool.
Rosa is actually an exceptional builder in the Stacks ecosystem. He's an exceptional builder. I love everything that he's doing, and he comes up and explain the next thing that is coming up, and you be like, wow, it's actually a place for upcoming anybody that is coming into the Web3 space to like build, and you are really going to catch along with the community coming in and explaining to you. They want you to understand what is going on. That will actually push you to like, okay, wow, if there's a community like this, wow, why not let me learn few things and
level up. That's what the community is about, is like empowering everybody around you and then leveling up together. That's one of the special things about these like citizen assets. And and Welsh is as OG as it gets, man.
Yeah, no, Welsh is the OG always.
Back.
So, Coyote, I didn't realize you're also behind the Welsh intern account as well. Oh, did you get a temporary?
Yeah,
X hits you hard. That's what they do. They've done that. They've done that to me. They've done that to GP. They get everybody, man.
yeah, I'm actually the one handling the Twitter handle currently
Dope.
rather.
So,
And it's been fun ever since I
yeah,
took
it's
the
well
job.
that it really is fun to be engaged and participate in a community like that, like Welsh. You know, there's so many good people in there, and because it's an open community, it's everyone can participate, and that's really what
Yeah,
the ethos is about, right? We talk about the ethos, and permissionlessness and trustlessness is part of that. You don't need somebody to give you permission to be a participate. You can just do it. And as long as you're producing and you're contributing, it's acceptable. You know, it's not, you don't have to ask, you just have to do. And that goes for everybody.
yeah,
in
that's
our-
actually.
so
Yeah, I think you were asking something about the intern stuff the other time.
is there any stuff coming down the pipe for the Welsh community? Anything you guys are working on?
Currently, I've actually been off the space for a while because I was attending to some stuff in school. So I think there was something I been mentioned the other day, but I couldn't get it jotted down. So she said we were going to talk about it this week. So I've not been up to date, like brought up to date on the current status of what is actually going on.
So, do you guys have a space planned for this week? Or something like that? I know that you guys were hosting like spaces.
Yeah, I think so. Probably weekend.
Like anytime you guys have a space going on, definitely just reach out to me and I can get it on the schedule. You know, and we'll
Yeah,
get you.
we'll shout it out. We'll shout it out on the morning show. Let everyone know. Make sure we can get some participation in that space for you guys. And also, just for those that don't know, as part of the sponsorship for Find2Earn, we have these segments on the morning show are partly because the Welsh community came and supported Find2Earn on DeOrganized. So we're giving them the shout out this morning, just like we had Rubes on Monday with Leo. And this was for the whole month. So every Wednesday, we'll have people from the Welsh community coming on to talk to us about what's going on, what's new, if you have anything coming up, and or just about what the history is for the Welsh community. Nobody famous in the house. Good morning, nobody. How are you? Coyote, you mentioned that you've been in school. What are you studying?
I studied geology.
Geology.
Dope.
That's very so. Like,
Can you hear me?
what?
Yeah,
yeah.
geology.
Geology. So you're in that. What's you're looking to? A lot of times, there's applications for a geological degree in like engineering and planning for like civil planning.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're handling like water systems or you're doing planning for development and stuff like that, geology is very important.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, it's actually probably if I want to further in the masters, I'll go for civil engineering structures kind of, because I think mostly in part of the world now, the problem we have is kind of natural disasters happening all around, earthquakes kind of, and people don't actually do their research. They don't do their research before they like, okay, this is a very nice location to build a house, and if the geology of the area is not well done, probably might lead to something in the future, that's a disaster in the future that they didn't prepare for. But as a geologist coming in, going for a sustainable development goals, that's building great infrastructures. When you do the geology of the area, you know that okay, this place is actually a very cool place for people to build industries, to build houses, companies, stuff like that. So in the future, you've already predicted that there won't be a natural disaster there, and everybody is going to live, happily ever after. So
Very cool, man. That's some important stuff. At the end of the day, all the price action and all the growth and all the crypto stuff doesn't matter if the earth collapses under our feet. You know what I mean? Like, so if there's an earthquake, that's going to be more important to deal with than the number go up situation for sure. So thank you for putting in the work on that front, man. It's very important stuff.
Yeah, I've actually did some disaster work in New Orleans, like whenever there was like a big flood in Denham Springs. It was outside of the flood zone, so FEMA had to go through there, and people lost all of their belongings, and FEMA was cutting them a check for like $400 for all of their. It's terrible. So I went out and did some disaster relief work in Louisiana in my
Nice.
late 20s. Oh, it looks like we lost Coyote.
We lost Coyote. DeFi Dictator was just saying that WELSH is the first token he got on the Stacks ecosystem from Find2Earn. And we know you weren't newly onboarded in Find2Earn, but we love that you come in and chat and join us every day, DD.
Yeah.
You're actually a huge member of the community. Shout out to B Pepe too. We got a couple of B Pepe homies in the house with DeFi Dictator and Nobody Famous. Everyone knows her as CCC. Actually, everyone knows her as Nobody Famous. But
Her
great,
tag is
and that just goes to show that the meme coin communities on Stacks aren't PvP. They're not opposed to each other. We're all kind of matriculating in the same ecosystems, and there's just different stuff, different groups, but everyone kind of participates, and we all support each other.
Yeah, I forget how many people Welsh onboarded with the 100-day giveaway whenever it was like for Welsh. Dude,
Huge at the time.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I love about like the community tokens here is that like we're kind of all working. We all have the same mission, and then we're all working in conjunction. A lot of the people in the communities own like a good amount of each of the tokens, right? And then they have their convictions. Every community is building something different for this ecosystem, and that's what's really cool about this like decentralized permissionless environment that we work in. We're able to we pick a lane and build what we want. We don't need any permission to start.
It also makes us nimble, because we build with the idea that we might have to pivot. Eventually, you're going to have to pivot. And yes, huge shout out to really Stu and Bit and what they started with that 100-day giveaway. It was tremendously successful. They brought a ton of people into the ecosystem on with WELSH and a bunch. They brought a bunch of, it was kind of like, I don't want to say it was the template or the roadmap, but similar to what we're doing with Find2Earn. We just kind of incorporated it into some gaming, but it's getting the community engaged. That's what that show was about. And there is a huge following there of Welshies from that and all of the things that they've done. That's why WELSH has continued, partly because of that huge project that they did. So and Rosar and Landy and all the people that were, I know Wagme was involved in that, and Staxy and Dave were part of it originally too. Like there was a lot of tremendous effort and great stuff with that. And we love you too. I love you so much, both Nobody Famous, DeFi Dictator. I know you watch the show every single day because you're a chat and you also support the ethos. We resonate the ethos. You guys resonate it back to us, and that's why it works. Because we do have this tremendous community, broad community. It's like Coyote might be back. Hey, Coyote, can you hear me?
Might be. Are you still with us, Coyote?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
you're a little bit in the mic right now.
Yeah, I'm here.
There you
Sorry.
go. Oh, don't worry about it, dude. No worries.
No worries, man. But yeah, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Yeah, we love the Welsh Corgi community. We were just talking about the 100-day giveaway. That was actually probably a little bit before your time. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but there was a regular week.
Yeah.
Spaces.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that was a
That
tremendous.
was actually what brought me to the ecosystem.
There you go, dude. Yeah, that was like a little bit like, so you're not so like new. It's a little bit like further than November, like, right? Like that was
Well,
happening.
he's been the intern since November.
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah. So
think-
No.
ecosystem.
Yeah.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
So you got integrated
I've
into
been,
the community.
I think that was last year, June,
Yeah.
July.
There you go. Yep. Yeah.
And that was a great project, the 100-day giveaway. They did a lot with that. It was innovative. They incorporated it on X Spaces,
Yeah, a lot.
and they were getting like huge turnouts for their X Spaces, like thousands of people tuning in to their spaces, which is incredible. There was a lot of funding behind it, and it's hard to keep that up when you're, the model was a little bit tough to maintain, but it definitely brought in a lot of just eyeballs and people on a regular basis. It was great. And that was all done by the community. There was no one running it. It was just the community came together and said it had this idea and developed it. And that's what's happening in crypto. That's what's happening on Stacks. There is this tremendous community developing of people that are pushing and pulling each other forward at the same time together. We're not all working on the same projects, but we're all working towards the same goals based on the ethos. We're all here for decentralization, for opportunity to expand the capacity for individuals to do these, to build like this, to build collectively, collaboratively, but also independently, and just with the same purpose, which is to expand the functionality of Bitcoin to help move humanity forward. So it's great being here with you guys.
Yeah, the community tokens are like a way to opt out of a failing system and then get with people that share the same values as you. And then
Yeah, there's actually a question I wanted to ask.
Please. You got a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask if how the tariffs and the Trump tariff and how the market is behaving these days, how you guys are coping with it.
Well, to be honest,
good.
Go ahead, GP.
Yeah, I'm doing good because so my signal is not price action right now. My signal is like TVL. Stacking DAO is getting all-time high after all-time high every week, and TVL, total value locked, securing the network, as well as like the builders in this ecosystem. There's more builders in this ecosystem than ever before. More apps. It's SDX app season right now. You're going to see a lot more things to do with your Bitcoin and stacks here in the very near future. And those are my signals, is that like the builders in this ecosystem are unfazed by price action. You will not see a builder really talking about price action at all. They are just heads down coding, creating things for us to do, and like really helping this ecosystem expand. So I wouldn't call it like coping, because like I'm doing just fine. Like I'm very pleased to see what's going on in this ecosystem, to be part of such a historical moment for Bitcoin. You know, it's only one of these moments that can happen, and it is now. You know, so like if you needed a little reaffirmation that like you should be bullish on what we're doing, there you go, man. Like we're in the right place at the right time for sure.
I couldn't agree more. And just to expand on that, the we lost him again. So I'll just wrap up with that.
Yeah.
It's almost the time anyway. But as far as the tariff stuff, the majority of people are unaffected. Most people's day-to-day hasn't changed because of the price action on stocks and crypto. If you're investing and you're looking to make a quick profit and you're really trading, you're not investing at that point, you have a lot more risk. So your risk is high. If you're not able to absorb that kind of a risk, you shouldn't be trading in any market, really. So doing your own research and being prepared ahead of time is actually a hugely important part. I'm not affected by this price action because I wasn't planning on selling right now. I had no plans to sell. My long-term plan is accumulate and hold. It's a way to save and build over time. It's slow. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-slow scheme in crypto for me. And we're building stuff. And there's actually so many great things to be excited about, both in Bitcoin and on stacks. The short-term action is not a problem. It's really not an issue. We just got Bitfinex. Bitflow is awesome. We just got Bitfinex listed stacks and became a signer for the proof of transfer mechanism. That's huge. Stacks was the number 3 blockchain for stablecoin growth for Q1 this year. That is huge.
Yeah,
we have so many builders, like GP said. There's so many people, so many projects. Like and like nobody just said, it's really amazing to witness the massive collaboration on stacks. There's so many people and so many people coming together and working together, and so much opportunity to do more. It's just a matter of there's a lot of work. You know, it's not going to get rich quick. You got to put the work in. You got to tune in. You got to show up every day. We make this show every day. You know, it's a lot of work. It seems like easy, and we have a ton of fun, and I love doing it. But it's work, and you got to keep doing it. And some days I don't feel like it, but I have to, and I don't have to. I could just put it down forever if I decided that that's what I wanted to do. But I want to build. I want to make this thing bigger. I want to help support stacks. I want to be bringing in these meme token communities and getting exposure for them. Stacks is where it's at, in my opinion. And the short-term price action means nothing, but I actually can buy stacks at a lower price right now. That's all it means to me.
Yeah, a discount. A major discount is the way to look at it.
Also, specific to tariffs. This is posturing right now. There's a resettlement. There's a reshuffling of the game board, a reshuffling of the deck, as you will. The current financial and trade establishment paradigm has to be adjusted for the new way things are developing. All the new technology, AI, crypto, other stuff, you know, quantum technology. There's all sorts of things coming down the pipe that's going to change our global economic and financial situation. And so part of the plan for tariffs, I think, is to kind of like prime the global markets to adjust. They have to.
Yeah, they say I saw Crypto Landy say something about people deleveraging and TradFi and these spaces, and then like, you know, maybe even we spoke with Jack yesterday about the Bitcoin decoupling from TradFi, like the S&P and stuff like that. Like if there's ever a time for it, it seems like the time is now. People deleveraging in TradFi and then maybe getting exposure to new tech.
Right. Exactly. There's just so. Let me ask you, where are you from, Coyote?
might have some connectivity
Yeah.
problems there. Here we go.
I'm from Nigeria.
So what I wanted to ask you, what is things very different now versus where they were a couple of weeks ago
Hear me?
in Nigeria?
Yeah, you're good. Little lagged.
I think he's got a delay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, can you come again? Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
No.
So are things very different in Nigeria right now than they were like say 2 months ago, or is it pretty much the same?
Give it just a second. Maybe that lag.
It gets us all.
Yeah, it does, dude. You can't avoid it. You know, it's like one of those things. It comes with the territory, right? Like we have to deal with these bandwidth issues and stuff like that.
Right.
You know,
It never ends here. We are a little bit past 10:30, so I guess we'll wrap it up now. Thank you, Coyote, for joining. You guys, if you aren't, make sure you're following Welsh Corgi Community at Welsh Corgi Community. They usually are the one to the handle to follow to get the most information. Follow Coyote. It's at Coyote. Where is he? Let me make sure I'm getting his at handle right here.
yeah, we had it in the let's see, and then the Welsh
Crypto, KAY Crypto, or you can it's at Coyote Crypto, KAYODE Crypto. Make sure you follow Coyote, follow Welsh Corgi, follow DeOrganized.
The Welsh Corgi. So the Welsh token is at Welsh WELSH _community.
At Welsh_community, and Coyote Crypto is the Welsh intern. Thank you for joining us today, Coyote. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but thank you so much for joining. Sorry you had the technical difficulties. It does happen, you know, when we just make the best of it. But thank you so much, man, for joining us today. And DeFi Dictator just said the network is bad. That's one of the reasons why he loses a lot of Find2Earn games. I can't use the same excuse, but I also lose a lot of the games. But yeah, Coyote, thank you so much for joining us. We love the Welsh Corgi community and all of our meme coin communities that join us on DeOrganized every day with Find2Earn. That tremendous work in our community, keeping people engaged and producing. So thank you so much, Welsh. Thank you, Coyote. Thank you, GP. We are DeOrganized Media. I am PeaceLoveMusic. We're coming at you live on BitcoinLive Decentralized Broadcasting every day, Monday through Friday, with all the news and information, spreading the ethos of Bitcoin and stacks, decentralization. Thank you all for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed this show, and we'll be back at you tomorrow morning. Make sure you tune into all of the stuff going on in the Stacks ecosystem on Wednesday, and tune in for the night show with GP this evening. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace out.